Welcome back to the vintage room. It is a new week here. I haven't filmed in about 7 to 10 days, but I have been in here working, and so has handyman Javier. I don't think I ever told you what his name is, and it's not looking very glamorous in here at all. There have been developments, and so I'm gonna share with you an update, and then we're gonna do a little bit more work in here. One of the last times I was filming, I was sharing about how I was gonna mud this entire ceiling to get a smooth finish. Well, I haven't shown that process beyond that first day, but I have come in here and over the course of multiple hours been working on this ceiling. It now has 2 coats of the mud on it. Today, I'm going to sand it down a little bit more, add some more mud to the areas that really need it, and hopefully get it to where it needs to be so that I can prime it and then paint it. Smoothing the wall for the wallpaper, not so bad. Smoothing the ceiling, that has been a different story. Yeah, the paint came off like nothing when handyman Javier put some tape on the wall to cover the wall as he was adding texture down here because he cut a bunch of holes for some electrical things. And it just peeled right off. So I did bad. I asked him what happened. I've never had that just happen on a wall. He told me that old walls that haven't been painted in a while need to be cleaned with TSP. We talked about that. It is what I used to clean that vintage chair. Didn't know that. He also said it would have been beneficial had I primed because it's been a while since I painted this room. I didn't do that either. Another thing, I used a sprayer on this wall and he said, probably would have been better off just rolling a space like this. When you're using a sprayer, the paint kind of just sits on the surface of the wall versus when you're rolling, it gets pushed into the wall. So that also would have probably helped to avoid that situation. Oh, there's something else I gotta show you about the wall that hasn't gone very well. I know you can't really see that much, but there are spots on this wall that have more of a glossy finish than the rest of it. And I got an eggshell finish. And so this entire wall should, in theory, have the exact same sheen. Handyman Javier told me that when you're using a sprayer, you have to be very, very precise. And I thought I was being precise. You need to, let me demonstrate. Very steady like this, remaining at the same distance, the same movement of your arm, not this. I didn't think I was doing that, but I must have, because he basically told me that the reason it has a different sheen throughout is because at some points I was too close, and then later I was too far, and then I put too much paint in one spot, and that's all probably true. This wall will be getting rolled. I need to give you a chair update. We're gonna go outside and take a look at it. So I stained it, and then I did another layer and another layer, and then eventually I just got to this point where I thought, this is not working very well. It's not taking it up in the lighter spots. And so did a little bit of research and came back with, I'm gonna do a gel stain. I did that. It did help even things out. It's not perfect. This is the arm that was particularly uneven. It does look a lot better. Part of me is feeling like I am now responsible for this chair and I need to make it look its very best. And the other part of me is like, I'm just gonna sell this chair because I'm kind of done with it. What do you guys think? This chair has a spring coming out of the bottom. The footstool, one of the legs is loose and it is uneven. It does look better if you remember what it looked like on this front area before. I think this arm looks a lot better than the other arm. And you know what? That's on me for the sanding that I did and probably didn't need to do. I just wish things were a little bit more even. I do think it will look nice, but I also think I could have just bought a new chair and been done with it. Okay. Now, because there are a number of imperfections still remaining, though it does look better than it used to, I'm gonna go through and do mudding number 3 to the spots that really need it. So I hope you enjoy. I made it maybe about 2/3 of the way. I didn't expect that I would make it the whole way, so I'm okay with that. And then we'll come back tomorrow and see how that is. But for now, we're not done because there's so many things that have to happen before something else can happen. And so I'm trying to check things off as efficiently as I possibly can. So the wallpaper wall, since that is now ready, I'm going to prime that, and I'm going to use this primer because Handyman Javier said that this is a good one to use for new drywall, which I guess that's what this is classified as since it has a whole new finish to it. Is there any other news? No, I don't think so. All right. Wall is primed, and that actually was not that bad. So I was thinking there's a few other spots in this room I need to prime, above the closet and down over here where a bunch of electrical things happened and many holes were made. So I think I'm gonna keep going just for a little bit before I call it a night. And I think I am still gonna do this bottom portion of the wall, but it is late and I haven't eaten yet. So I'm gonna go do that, but this is where I end the video for the night. So I will see you next time on a brand new day. Okay, today is not really going as expected. No. I had a whole long list of things I wanted to get done, and so far I've done about half of one of those things. And so we're inside because the rain was not letting up and things were getting wet. Obviously that's not great. So there are two things in here I wanted to do. More mudding to the ceiling. It is almost done. It is almost done, but I think this is about the 4th time I've gone over things. So we're gonna do that. And then I gave the wallpaper wall a coat of primer and semi-gloss paint, but Handyman Javier said I should go over it one more time with the semi-gloss paint. So I'm gonna do that because I'm trying to get all these things that need to happen first done as soon as possible before the fun things can happen. And before I can clean this room. I'll show you this. It's crazy. And I'm tired of tracking dust and dirt everywhere, and I'm tired of having to keep the doors shut and things to make sure the cats don't come in here and get little powder paws. That sounds really cute though. All right, let's go. I finished what I was doing. This is the 4th time I've gone over the ceiling. Right now I was focusing on spots that needed it, so it wasn't as bad as that 1st and 2nd time. I'm gonna let it dry, I'm gonna sand it. Then I'm gonna go over some spots that may still need it. Then I'm gonna sand it, and then I'm done. Because doing the ceiling has held up the progression of the other things that are happening in this room, and I just really wanna get it done. Then I'm gonna paint, and then this tarp can get out of here, and that's gonna be a really exciting moment. Handyman Javier is coming back on Tuesday. It's Saturday right now, and I want to be able to get the wallpaper in, and this needs time to cure. So the wallpaper needs to go in, and then once that's in, he can install the sconces, so that's going to be really exciting. So let's do a little painting. Wall is now fully ready for the wallpaper. If I'm being honest, I am disappointed in what I got done today. I was hoping to get more done, but the silver lining here is this is finally ready for the wallpaper. My plan is to have the wallpaper in before Tuesday, which is 3 days from now, before Handyman Javier comes back and installs the sconces. The ceiling, It's closer. It's closer. I'm happy about what I got done with that today because it has been the bane of my existence. So I will not miss it when it is done. But I think for the day, I am calling it. I'm gonna go watch a baseball game. I'm gonna eat some cheese and probably have a tiki drink. So I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, we're here again outside now working on a different project for the room. This is going to be the door. And we had a perfectly fine door to this room beforehand. It's right here. Old door, which I'll probably just put on offer up for free. Much like everything in this room, things kind of escalated, and I felt like door was not the door that was going to match what the inside of this room looks like. So enter this rather plain looking door at the moment. I am going to put some appliques on here, do a design, spray it the same green as the wainscoting, and put a glass doorknob. And then I'm hoping it gives it a little bit more mystery, makes it seem like, ooh, what's behind that door? And only thing, I had all of the materials and then I realized that something I bought did not come in the order, even though it said it had come in the order. So instead of ordering that one and waiting again, I found some different ones that'll come tomorrow. So I'm gonna still play with this right now and see if I can get the layout. The mosquitoes are after me at the moment, and it is also raining, which is not really common in Southern California this time of year, and it's also quite humid. But I have this deck above me that is keeping me sheltered at the moment. For the most part, actually, I see little droplets happening. The rain is not doing us any favors. The one time it rains in the summer is when I came out here to do this project. Yeah, I think that one instead. Oh, it's raining more now.